Hi all, this is Lori with a craft party. I am going to do a pocket envelope with acetate see-through pocket. So it's a little in depth, but it's pretty easy and we'll be able to do it today. First things first, I'm going to get out a page. I don't know if we'll need it or not, but we'll go ahead and get it out. I'm going to use this inside page if we need it. Move the journal off to the side. I've got a page of cardstock, and the type of cardstock that I'm using is Hammermill Premium Copy Cover, 80 pounds, 250 sheets of 8.5 by 11. I already cut the edges off my page, and I want to cut this at 5 inches. Get out the handy dandy cutting tool. And we're going to cut it at 5 inches. We're going to set this off to the side because we're going to need it later. We're going to fold it up. Let's see about how far. More than that. About 4 inches. And I forgot to tell you, this measures 10.5 inches by 5 inches. And again, we're folding it to approximately 4 inches, and then we're going to fold this down to make our envelope, and then we're going to ink it with our Distress Oxide Vintage Photo. I think before we do that, I'm going to corner around these top ones. Okay, now we'll ink. I like inking the edges because it takes away that white core. This is Solar Witch by Ink and Page Journals. It's her kit. And I also have the add-on kit, so I will be using parts of that also. Takes a little while to ink up all the sides. Okay, then we want to get out our glue, and we want to glue up the sides of this. We do not want to glue here. Keep your hand there. This is what's going to make our pocket. Fold that over and give it a good press. Clean up any excess glue. And there we have a pocket. I've got my die cuts here. This is how I store my die cuts, on a piece of magnet inside these envelopes. I believe I got them off of Amazon. And they measure 7.5 by 5. I think this is going to be too small. We will check. No, I think it's going to be just right. I'm going to set this off to the side. Put my handy dandy trimmer off to the side. Grab my die cutting machine. I am going to use a little bit of washi tape to hold it down. Pull out the ones I don't need. Run this through my die cutting machine. Excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat. And I can put these plates up, and I can put the die cutting machine up. I got these extra plates that I'm going to put up. And I'm going to put my die back. This piece, save for later. Going to bring back in the handy dandy cutting tool. And we've got approximately 3/8 of an inch, so we want to have 3/8 of an inch on this side. Keep this. We'll be able to use it later while we're using the junk journal. I've got some transparency film I picked up at Goodwill for $2. And I've got some scrap in here. I think this is going to be a good size. Whoopsie. And I am looking for my double-sided tape. And basically the double-sided tape is going to be so that it sticks while we're waiting for the glue to take effect. And I haven't inked this yet, so we better ink it. get me a piece of scrap paper. We only want to ink this side. I don't remember if I said I'm using Distress Oxide Vintage Photo, which is normally what I use. Okay, this is going to be a little big, so we want to take off just a little bit. Check it again. It's a little crooked, so I'm going to see if that worked. Okay. Then we're going to put just a tad bit of glue. We don't want very much on the sides that we don't have the double-sided tape. We want to pull up. So we have our double-sided tape. And we want to put down our acetate. Something on it. And we're going to use our towel to spread it out and hope that we don't get any on the screen. And we don't want to put glue here, but we want to put glue here, here, and here. Not want me to pick it up. And then we want to center it on our envelope. And I've got my bag of ephemera here. I'm going to look and see what. I think if I round the corners, take a little off of that and round the corners, it'll fit in the envelope. And this looks like when it dries, it'll fit nicely in the front acetate pocket. So we will take just a little bit off of here. Check it. Nope, needs a little bit more taken off. Check it again. Yep, that's gonna fit. We want to ink that up. Well, let's round the corners first. That always makes it go in the pocket a lot nicer. And then we want to ink it up. This kit is by Ink and Page Journals. She does not have a video on Solar Witch, which is what this kit is. And that can go in there. And then we will round these corners as well. And go ahead and ink this up. And then that should fit right here in this pocket, and then you can see the poem. I'll read the poem. Even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, you owe me. Look what happened with a love like that. It lights the whole sky. And I cannot read who is the author of that. So if you know, put in the comments below for me. And I lift this up a little bit, so we'll stick it back down. And then we've got the poem in the pocket, and we can see through it. And then we take our page, and we can always, we can glue it on like this, and then open the pocket this way. We can glue it on this way, or we can just have it in here and put a pocket. Let's do that. Let's make a pocket here. We will cut this down. Let's just take an inch off. Okay, put that off to the side. We might be able to use that later. Then I eyeballed how big we needed the pocket. I'm going to corner round the top of this pocket. And ink it. Okay. And then we want to glue this down. The pocket is 5 1/4 by approximately 4 inches. We're going to take our glue and we're going to put our hand here because we don't want to glue there. And we're going to put a thin line of glue along the outside of the other 3 sides of the pocket. And remember, the closer you get to the outside edge of the pocket, the bigger your pocket will actually be. So we want to put this on here. Okay, let's look for some embellishments. We'll use some of this coffee dyed paper. Let's see what else we've got in here. That looks good. And let's see if we can find a word. We'll go with blazing heat. So we need to use the glue on the back of this. And it's already distressed enough. We really don't need to distress that. And we'll go ahead and we will corner around this journaling card. And ink around this edge. I don't know if I was in frame or not. I apologize. Okay. And then we'll glue this down. Put it a little off to the side. And then we'll ink this. And I'm going to ink the whole thing just to give it a little more distressed look. And we will stick this under here. Now, let's go across here. That looks good. And now we have a pocket for our envelope. We'll stick our envelope down in here. Took me a minute. I thought we did it upside down. And we will get the journal. And we will open it up and we will stick it in back in here. This is what's nice about having the elastic spine, is you can take the pages in and out, because it is hard to do the pages when the book is wanting to come up, and also when you get these items in here, it's hard to do things on this next page. So that's what's nice about having the elastic spine for signatures. And we will tie this up. Thank you for stopping by today. Want to offer you a free printable on my Ko-fi shop. I will have a link down below in the description. Also, if you would like, comment, and subscribe, it helps the algorithm on my videos. Have a great day. Hugs.